I know it's been a minute. Don't y'all jump down my throat, man. There's a couple of things I want to talk about. Hold on, let me go to my Facebook page and let them know that I'm on as well, okay? What's going on, YouTube? It's been a minute. And Happy New Year. God dog, hold on a minute. Let me go live here. Da, 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 da. What's up, Facebook? What's good? Happy New Year to my Facebook folks. Let me put this over here. Oh. Happy New Year, Facebook. Happy New Year, YouTube. It's your man, Rico. Rico, the opinionist. Good to see y'all. It's been a minute. Y'all looking good. I thought I'd start the new year off with my white here. I only have a couple of topics I want to share with y'all. I'm not going to go long, I swear, each topic. But there's some things that's been going on in the news. So many things, and some stuff I just let pass and all of that stuff. So, but it's these are a couple of hot topics that seem to have people just really all up in arms. My Facebook page, y'all get ready to start coming over to my Instagram, my YouTube channel. But I'll still drop some nuggets on y'all from here from time to time. So I'm gonna get right to it. I want to talk about, just give my opinion on two things. And by the way, I have a new Cash App. It's been changed to $ Rico Rivers MSW. Very easy. $ Rico Rivers MSW. That's my new Cash App. I try to make it simple because that don't kill the opinion. This was just too much writing. But Rico Rivers MSW. $ Rico Rivers MSW. Okay, so let me get to it. I put a post up on my Facebook page, YouTube, and that was a reaction to an event that just happened this week, in which was the head coach of Notre Dame. His name is Marcus Freeman. I never heard of him, because I'm not that into sports. However, when something involved in sports make headlines, if it's on what's called mainstream media or popular culture, that's why I catch on to like sports stuff. And but there was a female interviewer from ESPN, and apparently this is special for him. I guess being a coach of color, as they like to say. Instead of referring to him as a coach of color, this blonde white woman on ESPN referred to him as, "Hey, congratulations, coach. You're the first black man to make it to the college football championship." And I'm like, wait a minute. And so he responded in a way that said, "No, it's not about me. It's not about whether you're black, white, green, purple, and all that whole thing. It's more about the kids. It's about them. The attention should be focused on them." So he didn't commit any crimes here. And I always make sure my radar is up, because as a black person in America, foundational black American, we have to really become keepers of us as black people. And that means I guess we have to know our own history of who the mulatto is, who the biracial is. So when ESPN referred to him as man, it took me back to when that very obvious non-black biracial, the one who was the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm sorry, the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. Him and CJ somebody, was it Stroud? I don't know. Now Stroud is the actual person, but that kid who's the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, he has a white mama and a black dad, and the black dad who can't seem to stay away from alcohol and the wheel of a car. Yeah. And now the small town in Texas. So, I said, here we go again. The white media giving something that is owed, credit that is owed to black people. Patrick Mahomes, thank you. What's that? Knight Rider, thank you. Patrick, thank you. It was Patrick Mahomes. And it took when this reporter, this white woman from ESPN, referred to Marcus Freeman as a black man, it took me back to that silliness. We know damn well Patrick Mahomes Not only is he not black, he made sure there's nothing black at his home. He had a white wife and very clear 1,000 light bulb kids. And so I don't know what this incessant need is, black Americans, to call everybody black. I know why white people do it, but it's called racism. It's called genetic racism. And we have grown black people who call non-blacks black for silliest reasons. Now you say, well, Rico, he has a black father. Well, Marcus Freeman, his father is black. His mother, her name is Chung Freeman. She's a full Asian white woman, Asian. So you can't have a whole anything with a half, or the racists used to say back in the day, one drop. And I need all you intelligent people to please help me. When does a drop create a whole? When does a half create a whole? And so that I put that on my Facebook page. And on my Facebook page, I said, Dear ESPN, the head coach of Notre Dame is not black. He is Blasian, and he has a white wife. Well, people became upset. And that's not the issue. It's how they become upset and the weird questions that they pose. I know what I did was just share facts. But then these black people, black men, because it wasn't the sisters, it was these few black men who came on my page. One made the assumption that I had a problem with the coach. It was the weirdest thing. He had made the assumption that I had a problem with the coach because I pointed out his actual racial category. Um, and then a couple of them took umbrage with me mentioning that he had a white wife. Well, I mentioned everything because we all need to mention everything in context. See, we've had a lot of black people who leave the race or who don't even have any connection to the race. And that's not against the law. Byron Allen has done it for years. Byron Allen got white wife. His children look like they can be extras on the show Little House on the Prairie. But when it's convenient for him, he'll use his black to try to sue white corporations to get things on behalf of black people when Byron Allen has had nothing to do with the black race for decades, except for making money off of his blackness. And I will give it to him. He's employed a lot of black with these judge shows. But Byron Allen, Alfonso Ribeiro, all these people, that kid who plays Steve Urkel, Jaleel White, none of these people have any connection to black people. And they make sure when you go home with them, you'll see there's nothing black in their households except for them. Whoopi Goldberg, you name them. Serena, Serena did have a connection, but I guess she always had a desire to be on the other side. So having said that, I need us to understand what this difference is, what the history is. Because we tend to be black when it's convenient. And we can go back 100 years, all these mulattoes and biracial folks who get to be black when it's convenient for them, but then when they go home, their spouses or lovers are white. Got it? I'm trying to speak slowly because there's some people who really don't get this. There's someone asking me, well, define black. And then I went to his page. He and his family on his page look like descendants of Kunta Kinte. And he asked me to define black. Number two, you got these so-called conscious and so-called pro-black conscious blacks. Brother, race is a social construct. In the beginning of time, we've had most people with African ancestry. That's not what the fuck I'm talking about. See, I don't get into all that because all that is what's called diversionary conversation from the actual topic. See, I'm not stupid, and I don't want to think these people are this slow, but sometimes I'm like, how do they tie their own shoes? They don't even know what black is. These are black people who don't even know what black is. I said, well, damn. That damn civil rights movement, integration movement, assimilation movement really did a number on us psychologically. We've integrated, we've intersectionalized so much that we don't even know what black is anymore. But I try to keep it simple. No, because I'm a John Henry Clark kind of guy. I'm a Walter Williams. I am a Dr. Amos Wilson. I am a Dr. Ivan Van Sertima kind of black dude. So I know what black is. Stolen legacy kind of black dude. Y'all heard of those things? Okay. Uh, See, here it is, and I'm going to say it again. I'm going to pose these questions. Uh, what two people need to have sex in order to create an Asian child? You say two Asians, right? People need to come together to have sex to create a white baby. Two white people, right? And this is the one that seems to be so difficult for black people. I know my white folks do it because they still have that purity and the supremacist attitude. What two people have to come together to create a black baby? That's how the processing begins. For me, it's easy. Two black people. So to ask me to define what black is, that's so disingenuous. You're just being a smartass. You can't, then you have the blacks who are so racially evolved. Rico, you be thinking about race all the time. No, the system reminds me of race all the time. Y'all see it just like I do. Well, a lot of you decide your strategy for surviving under race supremacy. You think if you had kids with the oppressor of today, you think if you did that, your little mulatto and mixed kids will make you a better black? Or you think that it'll put them further, their status higher? Well, in this society, well, that was the thinking of the African and enslaved African women during the plantation era. A lot of them were not raped. After a while, they volunteered to get that white man's semen because they understood in this society of light-skinned, curly-haired, mulatto mixed kid would get further than an original African or black-looking black person. Did I need to repeat? And a lot of you have that mindset today. You know why? Because you don't read a damn thing. I know you'll read every time you respond to me. Define what black is. Or make the assumption that I have a problem with this coach. Coach Marcus Freeman hadn't done anything to anybody. My correction wasn't about him. It was it was a correction to the white supremacist. Stop calling everybody black. Isn't it interesting that everybody can be black, but everybody can't be Asian? Everybody can't be white. Everybody can't be Hispanic or Latino. But everybody can be a whole black even if they had a fingernail full. Is it me who's tripping or you're just retarded? Or you're living in denial? You're literally an ostrich with your head buried underground to keep from dealing with the reality of race. John said, watch out there now. It's the weirdest behavior. And by the way, for anybody to say, Rico, you got something against people who are mixed or biracial? Hell no. Some of my closest friends are mixed. Or they're mixed and they don't know it. Some of the people I care about a lot are mixed. Got white folks in their family. That's not my point. He said, not all skin folks are kin folks. You're right, John. There's something wrong with these people. And so all these accusations and assumptions, you don't have to make a coach is a winner. He's a winner. No, that man is awesome. But I need to correct the white supremacists when they falsely link him with a credit that doesn't belong to him as a biracial. And I told him he's not black, he's Blasian. Tiger Woods tried to tell us, black, I'm Caucasian. What Tiger Woods did was acknowledged his Asian mama and his white grandparents and aunts and stuff. We're so silly and so insecure. We demanded that Barack Obama disown his white mama so we can call him black. And know what he did? He said, okay, I'll go with it. Trying to get that black vote. And we're so out of it that all someone has to do is in a black college and all of a sudden their DNA changes them to black. Or all they have to do is pledge a black sorority or a black fraternity and then they're considered black. It's the most shit I'd ever heard in my life. Y'all know what I'm talking about, Kamala Harlot? A pure biracial Asian and Indian chick. But these negresses and these fraternities and sororities, these slow-minded, turtle-brained blacks, they said out of their college degree-toting mouths. They said out of their college degree-toting mouths. She black. She black. She went to a... She pledged a black sorority. So with that silly-ass logic, Night Rider said, isn't it insane? It's insane, Night Rider. On my YouTube channel. Y'all... So if I went and enrolled in Purdue University or the University of Mississippi and I graduated, that makes me a white man? If I pledged a white fraternity, Chi Delta Chi, I'm a white man? That's what y'all said. And you said it with your chest because she graduated from a historically black college. She was black. D.L. Hughley, she dated a man named Willie, so she black. I'm not making this up. I can't trust you blacks today. We said, hold on, Night Rider says, it's like putting in a boat in a garage and calling it a car. Oh, it's like putting a boat in a garage and calling it a car. Exactly. John Burroughs said Obama was Barry Santoro's stepfather in Indonesia. He had nothing to do with his real African father. Okay. Got it. Yeah, I heard about his, that's Santoro's the one that left Obama all that money too. But, it's the weirdest behavior. And so here we are. Black men that came on my page getting upset with me because I mentioned that he wasn't black. Somebody got to help me with this now. What is it? Why are we so desperate to make people who aren't black, black? What is so secure in us, and why are we so insecure in our own racial heritage, our racial DNA, that we just have to have other people in it? And by the way, to my biracial folks, I owe biracial an apology from the 90s, starting with Mariah Carey. I'm one of those ignorant blacks. When she was telling us every night and day, I'm not black. I got a full white mama. Yeah, my daddy black, but he wasn't in my life. But I said, Mariah Carey, you is black. You know, your dad's black, black. You know, it's stupid. And so I apologize, Mariah Carey, for being one of those ignorant blacks who referring to you as black. And I can't apologize for the white racists. That's what they do. Anybody that ain't white, call them black. Isn't it interesting when you have a biracial that's got a white dad and a black mama? White folks don't call that baby white. They call it black. It wasn't until recently that white folks finally understood, well, it's not black or biracial. But they still, you can have a fat white woman. Well, I got a black grandbaby. How the fuck you got a black grandbaby? You got a white son, a white daughter. Y'all see how small that makes our race? Anybody can be. It's like we the 7-Eleven of all races. Anybody can come in and out at any time, 24/7. That's what y'all make it feel. Like we're a bunch of, like we just some loose around here that anybody can stick their penis in and just come into the race. We just, no, you ain't got to wear no condom. You good. You ain't got to be born from a black man's vagina and a black man's nut sack. Just say you pledge the black fraternity. You black. Just say you have sex with black women, white man. You're a brother. Just say you get a lot of white pennies, sister. Yeah, you're an honorary white girl. It's so stupid, it's embarrassing. Oh, God. So I hope in the future when I put corrections on my page, I don't have these people coming to me out of ignorance and insecurity trying to attack me for mentioning facts. Now, all those persons that came in with the silliness, brother. And here's some more shit. Oh, these old niggas talking like this. And I don't like using that word. These are old Negroes saying this shit. Well, when the police pull him over, that's gonna he gonna know he black then. First of all, stop talking like that because he never said anything. Matter of fact, the coach for Notre Dame claimed himself to be multiracial. I told y'all. Y'all so busy trying to be mad at me for telling you the truth. I guess I'm that light bulb that when I turn it on, it just upsets everybody. But my thing is, why am I turning on a light bulb that everybody should already have screwed in anyway? We don't know what black is? As I pointed out, I'm the villain. I got a problem with somebody? That's crazy. It's insane. Now, Ryder said he identifies as Asian American. He can because he is Asian. He's Blasian. He can change himself to Blasian American. But you know, I'm sure he's a pretty nice guy, but go home with him. Ain't nothing black at home. Ain't nothing even Asian at home with him. These biracial, these others, they go straight for white folks. And it's fine. My thing is, what is wrong with us and wanting to be black? What happened to? Ain't no Marcus Freeman. There's no Kamala Harris and no goddamn Wakanda. Y'all saw the movie, y'all see anything that look like light skin or mixed? No. So that lets me know that black people are full of shit when it comes to race. Well, Wakanda. Y'all just did that because it was a movie. Black people have no interest in no real Wakanda, so I moved past that. But I will call out the chicanery when I see it. It's just a bunch of foolishness. This question was posed to me. He said, Rico, this a good friend of mine posed this question. She's like, so Rico, what if the person, okay, they biracial, but they were raised in a black neighborhood around all black folks. I said, okay, that's great. It happens all the time. But that doesn't change anybody's DNA, what you identify with, and what you were raised around. That doesn't change your DNA. It just changed your mind. Your mind is programmed into that context. Just like you take a black kid and raise them around nothing but white folks. You know how that black kid act? Like Carlton Banks. I think okay, It's called environmental. You take a black kid from out the black neighborhood at 2 years old, and you raise him for the rest of his life in the whitest suburb that you know of, white school, white suburb, white church, white household, just mixed all that. Kid that looks like that looks like Howard Rollins or looks like Don Cheeto sound like let's say Caucasian. That's the correlation. Oh, okay, Caucasian. Geography. You dress with you dress color or act like Barack Obama. Okay. Or act like Barack Obama. Yes. I don't know what so you dress with dark color. I don't know. But anyway, hey, I am. What's up? And so yeah, so that doesn't change the person's DNA. Then they said, well, he identifies as, guess what? And this to the other person. I went on another page. B Mario said, all you speak on, I understand. Thank you, B Mario. Because a lot of these folks they slow as shit. John Burroughs said a child will always imitate their atmosphere. Exactly. But that doesn't change anybody's DNA. I grew up in the hood. And guess what? There was racial kids that grew up in the hood. Their mama, their little poor white trash mama, was having sex with the black thugs. And they had to grow up in their hood with the light skin, peanut butter skin with the curly hair. And the boys had to fight every day because they about to look like El DeBarge. And then you had the girls had to damn near go into witness protection because all the little black thugs are trying to stick peanuts in her body and get a baby by the time she turned 13, 14. So that was their hell. And oh yeah, the mixed dudes had to fight all the time. And the girls, the mixed light-skinned girl with the curly hair and the peanut butter and the light skin, well, they had to fight all the Tashas and Kikis and Shaniquas because all the boys was in her face. So she had to, soon, they didn't fight like this. All it was pull her and try to scratch the mixed girl's face. So I know about that. Okay, so someone said about the coach, Marcus Freeman. Someone gonna write one of these old pro-black, extra black conscious Negroes. Well, you know, he affirmed blackness. First of all, how can you affirm something that you not? I guess Bruce, what's that damn fool name? Caitlyn Jenner. Bruce Jenner affirmed, it's like Bruce Jenner affirming his womanhood. Y'all see how much sense we don't make when we're trying to claim something that doesn't belong to us? Now, people can identify what they want, and I'm not saying, don't miss John Burroughs, light-skinned bro, the hair said, I had to fight damn near every day. He knows what I'm talking about. And because I saw it. It just so happened I was friends. One of my friends, his name was James Smith. When I was a little kid in elementary school, all the way up to the seventh grade, James was a biracial kid. His mom was white, and who was the daddy? They lived in a kind of peeling little, kind of shanty little house, and his sister was an actual black girl, dark skinned girl, but he was mixed. Had either light blue or very hazel eyes. He had extremely curly, sandy blonde hair, and the sweetest little kid you ever want to meet. We used to play all the time after school. He lived his house is right walking distance from the project called Goodwill Village in North Memphis. Shout out to North here, man. And shout out to James Smith wherever he is. Wherever he is. Shout out. B. Mario McDuffie says, man, I was called white boy. My mom was albino. Black kids can be brutal. Light folks go through bullshit. Both parents black. Yeah, it is. He ain't lying, B. Mario. It is. It's tough. And that's a whole nother lie. But biracial kids who living in the hood damn near have to shape shift in order to survive. Cause I knew some biracial family that did that. Light-skinned, curly-haired family, boys and girls, but they had to change their language and talk like Keisha, Tasha, and Tyrone in the hood. These same biracial people had been raised in the suburbs, they would have been a totally different people. I had another mixed friend when I was growing up. Real sweet kid. I can't remember his name. He used to come visit my neighbors up the street, and every time he came to visit, he came knocked on the door and came and got me. We all played together. Yeah, I had mixed friends when I was growing up in the hood. Good kids, man. But they just happened to, grew up in the hood. This can be a very toxic environment, not just for biracial people, for children, period. But biracial kids caught it. They kind of call it extra just for being biracial or light skinned mixed looking. And so they can identify however they want to. When I see a biracial chick with a white man, I'm upset. When I see a biracial dude with a white woman, I don't have a problem with that. Because they can choose wherever they want to go. But my thing is, when someone chooses to go on the black side, why is it appears the only choice is the ghetto? It's like they choose to buy blacks when they decide to be with blacks. Y'all understand what I'm saying? There are a lot of intelligent, educated, clean-cut black men, but the biracial chick, she gonna pick a black dude. She never picks that get a hood black dude. And it's the weirdest thing. Make you think that we only come in not rather. That's funny you said mixed friends. Yeah, I had some mixed friends growing up when I was a kid. She at least two of them when I was a little kid growing up. Yeah, shout out to James Smith. And I knew like the Moorheads, Winfred and Margaret Moorhead. Shout out to Winfred and Margaret. Yeah. We used to go to school together. It was probably some more. Oh yeah. My neighbor Charlotte, Sabrina and them, I think they was mixed the streets. She was my friend. She passed away. But yeah. So I'm no stranger to mixed and biracial. What is, I never thought of them as being black. I just thought them as being mixed and light skinned. Even though everybody else go, they black. And when they grew up, I don't know what happened to those two other half. I know one woman passed, and then another one passed away. But anyway, we're gonna have to get it together. Let me give y'all a reminder. You say 9 times out of 10, her father's very dark skinned. Yep. Because usually when John Burroughs says 9 times out of 10, her father was very dark skinned. Well, yeah, that usually the case when they get pregnant in the hood. Most majority, 9 out of 10 blacks live in the ghetto in the hood is dark skinned. Then it lightens up with some browns here, some light skin there, but the masses are dark skinned. So if that black chick is fooling around the hood, she got a dark skinned dude to get her pregnant. That she allowed to get her pregnant. Anyway, I just want to share that. And again, what two people have to come together to get a white baby? Two white people. What two people have to come together to have sex to create an Asian baby? Two Asians. What two people have to create a black baby? to black people. Mixed is not a whole. When it's a race of a separate race of each kind, that's racial. That doesn't make a whole black. It doesn't make a whole white. Make a whole Asian, or make a whole black. Even if you got a Mexican pregnant, you reproduce with a Mexican. That's called a Blaxican. Mexican, half black. Y'all got it? My father was a handsome brown man. Well, right on. Shout out to your dad, man. John Burroughs. So his dad was a handsome brown man. And so we have to get this stuff straight. It's not about separating. It's about, I like to properly identify. I like to know who I'm talking to, and I don't make a fool out of my brain for the sake of PC or trying to fit in. I don't play those games. Now, let's see. If I leave anything out on this particular topic, I have another topic I want to get to. It's 30 minutes. I spent 30 minutes on that. I guess I needed to, hell, because people be tripping. And for those of you who don't come on my page with the silliness now, I don't give a damn about all this. Well, you know, in African ancestry, all of us are dealing with that. And I don't give a shit about, well, you know, race is a social construct. I don't deal in social constructs. I deal with DNA. Well, you know, when they get the police, I don't give a damn about that. That's not my point. That's not even the issue. The point is ESPN and white folks stop calling mixed people black. Because when you do that, and black people become more vigilant. When they do that, they credit away from actual blacks. For example, the first black actress to win Academy Awards was not a black actress. Halle Berry is biracial. The first Miss America was not black. She was biracial. Vanessa Williams has a whole white daddy. See, we let stuff like that get away from us. Because we're ignorant. They know what they're doing. But we're ignorant. We won't read in the books. We won't take hold to our blackness. Even in the so-called black conscious community. All these high yellow ass folks with the last, call themselves Mufasa. High yellow ass, curly haired folks with obviously mothers and white fathers. Yeah, they're white devil. They're white devil. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? Your mama white. What you talking about, some white devil? Because you're hanging out with these so-called pro-blacks. You finna just erase your white mama, your white father, your white auntie to fit in with these nips under the guise of consciousness. You ever notice in the community, every fourth so-called black conscious person got a biracial boyfriend or a biracial girlfriend with dreads, unk necklaces, and unk tattoos, and knowing they got a white mama, knowing they got a white daddy. John said Hattie McDaniel won the first for a black woman. Yeah, that was for a supporting actress, not for best actress, John. For best actress, the credit goes to a biracial chick by the name of Halle Berry. Got it? With a whole white mama. See, we have to regain our credit. And a lot of biracial people that go under the scale, they know they ain't black, but they'll let these white racists give them this credit that doesn't belong to them. And I appreciate that brother Mark Freeman, the head coach of Notre Dame, for not taking that black credit, because he knew he didn't deserve that. But white people will not stop being racist when it comes to labeling everybody who's not white black. And I don't like that shit. And we need to become more forceful about it. We need to stand up and tell these white racist systems, stop calling everybody this mixed black, because we can't call nobody mixed white. And I guarantee y'all start seeing a change in that. No, we ain't doing that. Woman of color, people of color, Asians, Mexicans, everybody, Latinos. Those are people of color. They're not black. We're not a black mama. Let's say my parents could be Whoopi Goldberg and Don Cheadle. It gets blacker than that. Come on, somebody. Hallelujah. So we're not going to play that game. Stop letting this white racist society label everybody black out their own racism. That's where the one drop rule came from, out of racism, out of sense of feeling superior. And if you want to go any deeper, they looked at the mulatto kids, white kids. It was part of their disgusting conquest. They knew they wouldn't have those women. And when they had back, boom, it was just something they threw to the niggas. Said, y'all take it and raise it. That's what they thought about biracial kids. Like to throw out, it was like the afterthought of the rapist, overseer, or the plantation owner. Y'all want to go there? Who wants to go there? Okay. So now, uh, let's get to the topic. I'm not gonna take long with the second one. My second topic is I don't know if y'all just scour the internet, you'll find it. A church outside of Hampton, Virginia. A pregnant teen was forced by the pastor of the church to apologize for becoming pregnant. There's a video, and it got a short and a long one. I got a chance to see the long video. And let me tell you, all hell has broken loose. What did he mean? Come up there and apologize before the church. Where the young man at? And who is without sin? Uh, that's why people don't go to church. Because the church ain't what it used to be. It's supposed to be there saving and not casting judgment. Or the only people she need to apologize to, only person is God. She don't need to apologize to no church full of people who probably commit more sins than her. I heard everything on both sides. And saying all that other stuff. I said, listen, these sinful Jezebels. They don't like any level of they don't like any level of accountability. When I heard the whole thing and heard everything the preacher said, I understood. And I'm gonna walk y'all slowly with this. Y'all go find the video, make up your own thoughts. These are my thoughts about it. The preacher said, look, she said, but first of all, the young lady gets up in before the church. The church is very calm. She said, you stand right there and you go ahead and tell the folks what you need to tell them. I want to apologize. Hold on one second. Mimi I am says the parents should be charged with neglect and child abuse. Well, because the girl is currently pregnant. Apologize to the church for getting pregnant and such and blah blah blah. So he said thank you, and she sat down. They applauded for her. They applauded for her and they sat down. Very calm. It wasn't no hell and fire and brimstone and all of that. She sat down and there's her parent or parents who are also in that congregation. I think it's like one of those probably Church of Christ kind of church. It's very, very, very quiet, very subdued, organized. And the preacher said, now, when you repent after the baby get here, you repent now. And see, people get to talking like this girl is so innocent and all this, and why did he embarrass her like that? First of all, that young woman wasn't worrying about embarrassment. I know in that church, like so many churches that teach the truth, they tell her that we ain't having all that. B. Mario said her hot self had to face the truth, old school religion. That's right, it's called accountability. And all these out of wedlock birth biddies, these Jezebels, and these harlots, and these homosexual guys all came out and attacked the preacher. So much so that one of them Negro TikTok even went to a church and tried to confront the preacher. Like he wanted to do something, but luckily the preacher had some goons there that were about to whoop his ass. And I wish they would have chalked his little, I don't like that. You're going to walk up. They didn't do anything to her. And I guess what? And then if y'all continue to read, the mother said, look, we understood what's going on. He didn't make her do it. She wanted to get up there and repent. See, it's more stuff that's coming out. Because, see, they have a church set up of laws and expectations. See, the black community has lowered every moral expectation that you can come up with. That's one of the main reasons we're so messed up as communities, because the morality, expectations of behavior have been lowered so far that everything is acceptable. My mother, and a lot of y'all mamas back in the day, my teen mom, my mother said when she was a teenage girl in the 50s and 60s, you were booed and hissed at the thought of even being sexually active, let alone getting pregnant. And also, y'all heard all the stories where you got pregnant. One of them teenage girls got pregnant back in the day. They shipped them off to Mississippi, shipped them off to Chicago. And when she came back, that baby was pawned off to the community as being her little brother. And her mama's, but y'all know black folks didn't play that. I'd rather say was standing for scriptures. 1 Timothy 5.20, whatever that is. And it's interesting that folks always talking about church, But they don't like to follow none of the Bible. Because the very folks who want to attack that preacher are the very ones in their church. They got a gay pastor with the first gentleman. Did y'all hear what I said? See, back in the day when black women, and there's my friend Pearl Walker, who's now a councilwoman hair diva in Memphis, Tennessee. Say, Rico, when we were colored folks, and she would always start it off when it talked about how we had standards before we became these African Americans as the people of color. But she said, when we were colored folks, see, back then, our people had standards and expectations of behavior. But due to the fact that a lot of men have kind of removed themselves from these systems, including a lot of these households, these men have run this thing into a Sodom and Gomorrah existence. There is nothing that's deserving of criticism because they do every goddamn thing. Not all, but too many. And there's a mass majority of women that want to attack this preacher. Then they wonder why there are no men in the church. Well, hell, you can't tell no truth in church. You can't put the women in check in church, but you can talk bad about how the men all day long. Because first thing they said, well, where's the boy at? What you mean? The boy didn't get pregnant. That's the first thing. Well, where the young man at? We don't need to be nowhere. We don't even know if she had a boyfriend. She's probably being a little fancy, and participated in a drive-by and got pregnant. Y'all, these folks telling these people about scripture, hey, don't around here getting pregnant out of wedlock. They ain't talking about birth control. They ain't talking, and these young people don't know how. They're trying to make it seem like she's such an innocent lamb, don't know shit about penis or vagina. Y'all stop that. Because you're not helping. You grown black folks, especially women, they're trying to come down on that preacher. Y'all not helping. You're not helping kids at all. Where the hell happened to the standards? Everybody should be judged. Everybody can't be judged. And everybody says that's why church ain't shit. Because there are no standards. Because the women run the church. And women hate standards. They hate discipline. Not all, but too many. They hate it. So therefore, anything they do is okay. That's why they're failing miserably in dating. They don't want to have any standards. They don't want to be told what to do in the relationships. That's why they run around here licking more carpets than a Hoover vacuum, sucking more carpet than a Hoover vacuum cleaner. Because they'll submit to a man. Come on, somebody. Hallelujah. That's the problem. Everywhere you go, these girls out here naked as a... all in church, all in the college campuses, everywhere. They naked through and now these women. She young, she cute. She got a cute shape. No standards. And when someone tries to impose standards, try to police women's bodies. Don't try to police. That's all men good for. That's all black men trying to police women's bodies. But don't men just see all that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's why I said, no, y'all can have the church. Y'all can have the kids. Y'all can have the club. Y'all can have every fucking thing. Because wherever y'all go, it turns to shit. Because you have no standards. And that preacher was not out of line. He was that old school. See, people always talk about some come to Christianity. Why? I would say if I was a sinful guy, I'd be all up in the church acting a damn fool. All I got to do is to ask the Lord to forgive me. Night Rider said that's a holiness church. Whatever it is, they got standards. They didn't play with her little ass. He said, that preacher said, look, we're going to take care of our granddaughter. Or the parents going to take care of their granddaughter. But they ain't going to be showers. The parents ain't going to have no baby showers either. And I have a t-shirt that I put together years ago. I haven't worn it yet. It says, pregnant teens don't need baby showers. They need abortions. Or pregnant abortions, not baby showers. What the fuck is there to celebrate? And that's what the preacher's saying. There's nothing to celebrate. Because when are we going to bring moral structure back to the black race? When are we going to bring moral structure back to the black race? Y'all always talking about tell these men, but y'all never tell these young girls to put no clothes on. So y'all work on a young girl, tell them to act like ladies. But first, y'all got to stop acting like 40-year-old hoes. Y'all got to stop acting like 50-year-old bimbos. Y'all got to stop acting like 30-year-old tramps. So my 15, my 16, my 14, my 17-year-old babies can have someone to look up to. When y'all got y'all old ass around here twerking, bent over, your titties out, and wearing these old ghetto ass lace front wigs and all that. How the girl, who the young women gonna look up to? And y'all hoes. Mimi I am said the parents don't have any standards allowing them to carry. Oh, Mimi is like shit. You need them to terminate. The parents don't have any standards allowing her to carry a pregnancy to turn full term and not a good standard. It's a disgrace. This is what Mimi I am saying on YouTube. This and they got all these Facebook and TikToks condemning this man and that little punk that walked in on the pastor in his church. It's like y'all embarrassed all across social media. Well, sir, everybody's not against him the way you think everybody should. I'm not against the pastor, and I ain't go to church. But I like, hold on one second, y'all. John Burroughs says, and homosexuals' playground is the church. As long as the girls ruin the saggers, they will continue to sag. That is correct, John Burroughs. The parents doing allowed her to take it full term. See, these are standards. If the standards are set, the children have something to follow, but you can't have these grown ass women in their 40s and their 50s carrying themselves like hoes. And then when a girl does something that's thottish and hoish, can't judge. Because, God knows the only person she needs to apologize to is God. Now, see how convenient that is? She needs to apologize only to God, not even a real person. See, God did of imagination and some kind of spiritual thing. See, something that's not there can't hold you accountable, but people can hold you accountable, you lazy. That's what I'm saying. Women, y'all can have the church. Y'all done screwed it up. And but in these other countries, in these other religions that may have Allah, they say, yeah, you can repent to Allah, but we gonna get on your ass because we real people in real time. We don't have this problem in the Nation of Islam. And what are pregnant teens at in the Nation of Islam? What are pregnant teens at in Al-Islam, Alhamdulillah, Allah? And those masters, what are pregnant teens in those Muslim countries over in the Middle East? What are pregnant teenagers at? They don't have that. Because you're gonna deal with Allah and all of that and Yahweh and all of that. But we're gonna deal with your ass in real life. Now that religious with standards. This Americanized Christian crap. Oh please, people do the hell they want to do. Just ask the Lord to forgive you. But they killed 4 people in the house. But we can't judge. It's up to God. Who would want to be a murderer or a sexual deviant and still be able to be a Christian? You can't beat it. Mimi I am says that behavior is a part of the generational trauma that black folks need to break. Exactly. That's Mimi I am. John, let me see. John, I got all your comments. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So shout out to the pastor in that church in Hampton, Virginia. And all y'all, you little haters. What you're doing is telling on yourselves. You have no moral compass. You have no standards of behavior. And as long as I guess it ain't happening to you, you don't care what these teenage girls do. And that's a problem. But anyway, get it together, y'all. At some point, we got to get it together. We can talk about racism, white supremacy all day long, but we don't deal with our own neglectful behavior in our communities. All those other conversations, not. We have to address the very thing we do that also helps to fuel racism, white supremacy. A lot of stuff we do. And this garbage ass, this devalued sensibility has to be addressed. Has to be. And standards. Let me tell y'all something. When I was in high school, when I was in junior high school at Cypress Junior High School, and this is in the 80s, they a school, probably a couple of schools in the city of Memphis called Tech, but we refer to it as the Pregnant Girl High School. They didn't allow pregnant teenage girls in middle school or high school to go to school with regular girls. My mother said in the 50s and 60s, they sent you away. They sent you away from the regular girls. And the grown people, the principals and those teachers with high moral compass said, no, you don't want to be a cheerleader like these other girls. You want to be somebody. So you need to go. You need to take that somewhere else. So you want to influence the other girls to think what you did is cute. And so when I was in junior high school in Memphis, Tennessee, I went to Fraser in high school, they had this school called the Pregnant Girl School, a whole school that they converted to like bad behavior as well as pregnant, this alternative school. They sent all the pregnant girls there to get them away from those who are trying to go to school to be students and not nobody's mama. But right now, women are in charge of everything. Look at all this nonsense that's going on. Nonsense. Laws in these urban areas where they have to be able to you're discriminating against them. You don't want them to feel no, ain't nobody discriminate against them. That's why when I was in school, they had the school where they can go to. You can be pregnant all you want to. And then in the black schools, they had the audacity to put daycare centers encouraging this behavior. And then when I went to my historically black college, and it's more today, they had a daycare center. And students were allowed to take their babies. I'm assuming the daycare centers were female professors. But no, some of the girls who were students at Grambling were allowed to take their babies. Heifer, you ain't come here to have no baby. You came here with the books, bitch. But again, this liberal America, this democratic America, just continue to let them eat cake. Let's get them to load a gun and fix it when they pointed at themselves. And that's how they do the black community. Just continue to give them all the sugar they want. All the cakes and ice cream and all the sugar drinks, everything they want. We're not going to ever give them any vegetables. We're not going to ever give them any lean meats. We're going to keep giving them all of the trash. And that's what they do. And now we're on automatic when it comes to trash. But I digress. I just want to say, I'm open to teach you how you not be involved in this behavior. I have something that's called the Willie Lynch letter. I have a good copy of it. If you want a copy of it, just hit me on the Cash App. $5, $RicoRiversMSW, and I'll send you a copy of it's in a good shape. I'll email you a email address so I can send it to you. This $RicoRiversMSW, only $5, and I'll send you a copy of my Willie Lynch letter. Something that'll get us back to the moral compass that when we were segregated against in this country. We had higher standards. Our people were married at 84%. Out of wedlock birth was below 10%. But when we became so integrated in civil rights movement, out of wedlock birth to children, 70%. The marriage rate for women is 29%. The marriage rate for men is up to 34%. It's a mess. Only 39% of adult black women don't have children. 39% of adult black women don't have children. But 54% of adult black men are single and childless. And we want to do a morality scale or a sexual discipline scale, here are the men and here are the women. I think it's the twerk. Something's going on. But that little honey in that church, she'll learn now. If she tried to sneak off again, make sure her little piece of candy that she allowed to raw peanuts in her body, make sure to be wearing condoms, or she gonna sneak and get some pills. Or lady, CVS got them morning and after pills, $50 a pop. You and him go half on. You buy one, he buy two. Y'all screw only 3 times now. But anyway, y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all up all night. I just want to do these 2 videos. I'll see y'all again in the future. Happy New Year, y'all. Thank you. And we'll talk in the future. Hold on, YouTube. Let me say goodbye to my Facebook page. Y'all make sure y'all share this video. It's 55 minutes long, but hey, it's good stuff. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Oh, okay. What's going on here? Oh, I'm still trying to. All right, y'all be cool. Peace. Facebook. La 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 la. YouTube, what's good? Any questions on here? Do y'all have anybody? Anybody's on here got any questions about? I wish we could go live. Damn. It would have been awesome. We can go live on my YouTube channel. Oh yeah, y'all please like, share, and subscribe. Thank y'all so much. I'm back. I'm gonna come back with more stuff. I got probably tomorrow, maybe I'll hit y'all with a couple of videos. I just want to share with Facebook. Facebook is what it is. They gonna learn to bring their ass over here. But anyway, Mimi, calm and good. I'll talk to y'all as soon as this video is over. Peace, y'all.